Hello, boys and girls. So, for today's lesson, you were asked to listen to The Wind in the Willows, the first episode, and you have been asked to download the text. You will need that for this activity. Okay, so it is a new class study, novel study, and we are going to be completing little tasks in order to deepen our understanding of reading a text and engaging with it. Okay, so first of all, I want you to think about how the scene makes us feel as a reader. Is this a place we would like to go to live ourselves? So just have a think about that. Now what we're going to do for this lesson, we are going to identify words that the author has chosen. And we're going to make up word banks to create our own setting descriptions, okay? So, what we're going to do is we're going to look at the text and we are going to identify areas where the author has described the setting, okay? Now, you won't be able to just remember that from your audio task, from just listening to it. That's just to support you with any words that you're unfamiliar with, but you will need the downloaded text in order to do this task. Now, you might have that in another tab on your iPad or whatever device you're looking at. So, what you're going to do is you're going to create a word bank from the text provided in the link. And it should describe the setting, okay? Now, what I need for you to do that, once you've done that, you're going to find all. So I've done one. Suddenly he stood by the edge of a full-fed river. So what you need to do is you need to go into the text and you're going to find as many different sentences or words, it could just be keywords, that describes the setting in the first chapter. Then you're going to write it all around the setting description word bank. Now, once you've done all of that, okay, that's task 1 for this template, you're then going to look at the box down at the bottom, okay? Now, we've got a key here. Now, a key is a way of reading things and organising things. And we've got verbs, adjectives, alliteration and senses, okay? So, once you have created all of you've gone and been a detective and found all of the setting description, you're then going to go back and highlight it, organise it, okay? Because the author has used different types of words in order to really describe the setting. Now, you've already done this in your writing for imaginative writing, okay? So you should be really good with this. But what we're doing is we're transferring those skills and using those skills within understanding a text, a reading activity. So again, boys and girls, you'll see that all the skills that we learn in different parts of our literacy, we can use them in different contexts and different ideas and different ways of understanding things. So again, we come back to the box. We've got verbs, adjectives, alliteration and senses. So what I want you to do is with all of your setting description that you've found, you're going to, we should have put them around the centre box setting description. You're then going to go back into them and highlight the parts that use those technical skills. The authors use those technical skills. So you will see I've done one for you as an example. And I found within the text, suddenly he stood by the edge of a full-fed river. Now, I chose that one because it could have a number of actually the key, but we'll go with alliteration first. Suddenly he stood by the edge of a full-fed river. Now, I just loved that idea, the image that put in my head, the idea of somebody being fully fed. Now, again, the authors use personification there, if you really looked at that and remember what we read in imaginative writing, what we learned in that, because remember, personification is taking on an inanimate object, an object or something that's not human, and taking on a human aspect. So a river can't be fully fed. We don't feed a river, but we know what it's like for a human to be fully fed, don't we? They have a big tummy, okay? Well, I know I do. Yeah, and I know I've gone back to food again. I just realised that. Anyhow, a fully fed river. So it paints a picture in my mind that the river is, you know, big and large, round, big, curvy, like a big tummy. And also, he's using alliteration. So, you could say, so I've highlighted full fed river. Now, I've gone over the there, I didn't mean that, but full fed river, alliteration, because it begins with F, okay? But you could also maybe do a dot of red next to that, which I'm going to do, because we are using our senses, aren't we? He's using taste. He's using a feeling of satisfaction. So you could do a wee red dot to that. So you might find in some of your setting descriptions that he is using a number of words. Okay, so yeah, so that's what you're going to do. You're going to go around and you're going to find as many setting descriptions in the link text that I've provided you. Then you're going to go back in with your highlighter and you're going to see what technical words and if anything that he's used. And you might see personification. You might go, oh, actually, that's hyperbole. And if you see anything that is familiar to you that you have learned in imagination, feel free to go above and beyond and write it in a voice note, or, say it in a voice note, or write it down in your remote learning jotter. Things like that won't make me want to give you dojos because you've gone above and beyond. You've not been asked to do it, but you're going, I see personification there. I see hyperbole there. I remember I've learnt that in my imaginative writing. Now, boys and girls, you can either write this in your remote learning jotter, so you can create a word bank in your remote learning jotter, which is absolutely fine, or you can use the template that I've provided you. Okay, off you go.